Go, my people. Let me get into this real fast. Like I told you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the sun and genetics in your face like acne, because you know why? All great civilizations that follow our people, remember, our people was the only ones here with other life forms that didn't look like the people that are here. So just so that you know this right now, but everyone following our demise follow and worship what you call the sun. We never worshiped the sun. We understood the sun medicinal principles. We knew that we were the ones that can biosynthesize the sun, create physical reality through the sun, and we was also able to travel throughout the stars via the sun. No one other species can do that. Only us, because we're literally the sun walking in the flesh. So here we go right here. The sun played a central role in the beliefs and practices of many ancient civilizations, including Egyptians. The sun was personified as the god Ra and Re, the creator and ruler of the world. The sun disk, or Aten, represented sun's life, giving energy, and the pharaoh's connection to divine power. So let me just start this, go back to the middle right there. The sun disk, or Aten, represented the sun's life, giving energy, and the pharaoh's connection to divine power. So understand something. Nothing will work on this planet. No physical reality would be here if it wasn't for the sun. So when people talk about worshiping the sun, you don't understand energetic frequencies, and you don't understand how things have to vibrate to a certain frequency in order to become what you call physical reality. So therefore, you become slow, and you only thing that you can regurgitate is that, oh, these people are worshiping the sun. When all actuality, no one is worshiping the sun. We understand that nothing could exist without the sun. Now, we go to the Aztecs, right? And when you look at the Aztecs right here, the sun god Huitzilopochtli, I do apologize if I messed that word up, is Huitzilopochtli, was both worshipped and feared. The Aztecs used the sunstone, or Aztec calendar stone, to mark important celestial events. Wow. Why did they use the sun to mark some important celestial events? Because they understood solar cycles. And what solar cycle are we in right now? Supposedly 25. And look at what's happening. The great reset on the planet. Okay. So let's go down to Inca. The ruler of Peru was an incarnation of the sun god. Wow. Keep moving, Kala. The sun, Japan. Let's go over to Japan. The sun goddess, Amaterasu, was considered to be supreme ruler of the world. Hold on for 1 second. Japan, in Japan, supposedly that's where ninjas come from. You couldn't be a ninja if you didn't possess neuromelanin, not eumelanin, not phenomelanin, neuromelanin. You could not be a ninja unless you possess that, because neuromelanin is condensed sunlight. We actually can move just like the sun, because we are the sun walking in the flesh. So here you go right here. The sun goddess, Amaterasu, was considered to be the supreme ruler of the world. Then you go down here to Norse. The sun goddess Sol. Wow, because that's really what it is. Not sun, it's really soul, because the souls travel through the sun. The sun goddess Sol, because at one point in time, people were feeling like the sun was female, because no soul will be able to come from the stars unless you travel through the sun in order to get here. The sun goddess Sol traveled through the skies, chased by the wolf skull, who intended to devour her. Eclipses were said to be a sign that Skull was dangerously close to catching Sol. So Skull was dangerously close to catching Sol. So the wolf skull was chasing. That's what represents the eclipse in their time. That the eclipse was chasing the sun. That's why the sun was going dark. So every time you seen an eclipse back then, you knew that things was going to transpire and take place. Now, ancient Islam. The Prophet Muhammad said that eclipses were wonders to be admired, not feared, and provide the might and power of Allah the Great. Whoa. Say that again. Ancient Islam. The Prophet Muhammad said that eclipses were wonders to be admired, not feared, and provide the might and power of Allah the Great. There is no powerful energy in the solar system other than the sun. Ancient civilizations also used the sun's energy to regulate the temperatures of their homes. The ancient Egyptians were the first people known to use solar energy on a large scale. Now, let me just make this very clear. Pause for 1 second. Okay, here we go. We just looking at the last 24 hours of the Magnetos pause regarding the Earth, the shield, the Magnetos pause, the dome that protects us supposedly from harmful solar radiation and the interactions with the sun. So as I was just reading off just now, ancient civilizations that all took their attention and all their focus was via the sun. Now, everyone followed behind us and tried to copy us and try to do practices using the sun, but they all fell to the ground because they can't biosynthesize the sun. Cancer, ovarian cancer, skin cancer, eye retina cancer. No one can harness the energy of the sun and convert it into chemical energy like us. No one can do that on this planet or in the solar system. Only the children of the sun, only sun people can do that. So now people want to come on my page and talk about, well, you're talking about the same thing. You so slow. Your mind is so small. Your brain is so underdeveloped, is that you don't understand nothing will work. When you look at your brain, your physical reality starts with your brain. Tell me what happens with your brain between neurons to neurons to axon tracks or dendrites to dendrites. Tell me what happens. How do your ligaments move? How does your heart pump? How does your liver, your kidney, you understand? How are all of those things functioning? Your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, your hypothalamus, your thalamus. How are all of these things functioning? These things are all functioning via electrical impulses. And these electrical impulses start with what? Via sunlight. The whole entire universe is plasma, electrical energy. That's what it is. So nothing on this planet will work. Everything vibrates. Everything vibrates using energy to vibrate. And what's the main energy? The sun. What's the number one main energy outside of the sun? The sun people. So our people understood that connecting through the sun, we can manifest physical reality in whichever way we choose to do so. So when people talk about, oh, we Atlantis, we are these people, we are these people. No, we're not. We are universal sun people. We come down here and create so other species can admire and live comfortably off of what we put together for them. The same thing right now. Look at what we're doing. You don't even see it because you don't believe or you don't know thyself. So you believe. You don't understand that none of this system is working with the complex cell organism. This only works because of us. Our hearts and minds are connected to a dollar, connected to a clock, connected to a calendar. And when you breathe life into these things right here, connected to a fictitious God, connected to evil, when you breathe life into these things via us even thinking it or us speaking it, it comes to reality. All other races can breathe it and talk it and think it all they want. It's never going to come to existence because you need life. You need true energy in order to bring something to physical reality. And we're the only ones that can do it. Most people, 99% of the people on the planet right now, mainly my people, don't understand that. That's why you rather talk about, is the earth flat or round? Was there a war in the heavens between the praying mantises and the ant people? Is the insectoids? You rather argue and go back and forth about that. We were here on this continent first before there. We were this and this before that. Are you serious? Yo, you don't even understand who you and what you truly are. You are a ball of plasma energy, just like that sun. And you inhabit a vessel, a suit. Just like when you look at your extension cords, look at your cords that you plug into the wall. Do you not understand that the rubber that's around that is a protector? It's a guard. It's a protector. And inside that rubber, there's a bunch of wires in there that transport energy from the socket to whatever device you plug your extension cord into. That covering around the wires is your body, bro. That's your fucking body. The individual lines that you see when you open up the wire and you see all those other thin lines, those thin lines that's in there, no matter what color they are, those are what you would call your body parts, your organs. You understand? But an electrical energy is the sun, which is being pulled, what is being drawn from the whatever electrical outlet that you are using. So this is me trying to break down and show you who and what you are truly are. You are the energy source. You are the sun. We are the sun. We don't have eumelanin. We don't have phenomelanin. We have what you call neuromelanin, condensed sunlight. That's what we are. And our bodies is what you call myelinated. They are the ones that cover us or allow us to have this physical experience, because without these suits, we will be able to surf and navigate this planet, but we wouldn't know what an apple tastes like, a pear tastes like. We wouldn't know what certain things and aspects of life feel like via what you call through our senses, through touch, if we didn't have these physical bodies. Some of y'all just don't get it. So because you don't get it and you think people are worshiping the sun because you don't study chemistry, you don't study physics, you don't study neurology, you don't study the basics. If you understood the basics, then you will have a better understanding about what's truly taking place on the planet, as well as what's taking place with us individually and collectively. So when you set back, all ancient civilizations talked and focused their attention on the sun, because they knew the powers of the sun and they knew our divine connection. First and foremost, the sun replenishes red blood cells. And what do you do with red blood cells? Let you know that you have a healthy what? Lymphatic and glymphatic system. If you got white cells in your body, that causes inflammation, mucus, aging, diseases, viruses. What are you talking about? So when you come to my page, and I know it's the bots, y'all want me to stop talking about the sun and genetics. I'm not changing, because guess what? The entire world is getting ready to catch up with me and other brothers and sisters. The sun and genetics. None of that other bull crap that you talking matters. Nothing. Because everything works, operates, functions via the sun and genetics. Pause. Before I pause this, I just want you to look at this again. Before I pause this, just look at this. Enveloped with solar radiation. And look at the magnetic field. Look at the dome being crushed. It's being peeled away. Look at how the dome is being peeled away. And look at all this energy on the backside of the planet. We are swimming in solar radiation. We are scuba diving. And it's nothing that they can do about it. Everyone and every living organism on this planet is changing, whether you want to or not. You have to just ask yourself a question. What are you changing into? Nobody's changing Kala. I can tell you what I mean by changing Kala. Nobody's changing my thought process when it comes down to the sun and genetics, because this is what it's going back to. Paul. And once again, the sun played a central role in the beliefs and practices of many ancient civilizations, including Egypt. The sun was personified as the god Ra or Re, the creator and ruler of the world. The sun disk or Aten represented sun life, giving energy, and the pharaohs connected to divine power. Aztec, the sun god Huitzilopochtli, was both worshipped and feared. The Aztecs used the sunstone and Aztec calendar stone to mark important celestial events like what's taking place right now. Pause. Inca, the ruler of Peru, was incarnation of the sun god. Japan, the sun goddess Amaterasu, was considered to be the supreme ruler of the world. Stop it. Norse, the sun god Sol, traveled through the sky chased by the wolf Skull, who intended to devour her. Eclipses were said to be a sign that Skull was dangerously close to catching Sol.